Hi guys, Flamerailzzz here. Welcome to my 6th update for my Norfolk Southern, Atlanta, Georgia to Anniston, Alabama line. Now, in this update, it's going to be a little bit different than the rest of my updates. In this one, I'm going to be talking about the problems that I've been running into as I build the route and progress, and also show you guys, how things have been coming along as I build. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Now, as you can see, this is Norfolk Southern's Inman Yard in Atlanta, Georgia. This is the intermodal terminal here on your right. This is the locomotive storage area and shops on your left. This is a little unique bridge right here within the yard itself that I'm still working on. And this is the yard storage tracks, A, B, C, D tracks. You guys know how it goes. But anyway, I want to talk to you guys about a few problems I've been having. The most troublesome problem that I have is Trainz edition. And with that, I simply do not know how to use it. I don't. There's video tutorials and things that have been provided, but they're out of date, and they're really for Canadian users. The United States users, we're kind of in the dark because our websites that are provided us with the files that we need for the DMs that we import into Trainz, they're out of date, they're not accurate, and being that everybody has that path to complex problem in Trainz, it makes it a lot harder because the video tutorials, they're not, you're not auditory, you're just looking at everything. It's not necessarily a walkthrough, it's just showing you stuff that used to be working but is no longer working now. And the reason I bought Trainz was because Georgia, being that I live in Georgia, I live in Douglasville, Georgia. And I know Georgia. Georgia is a very terrain vivid environment. It's a very hilly place, full of hills, and the gradient changes within tracks here are just tremendously crazy. And excuse me, the problem, the solution for that would have been Trainz, and knowing that I couldn't manually make all those hills and get the gradient right was a pain. And finding out about Trainz edition was I thought a relief, because I was thinking, hey, I can just use Trainz and it'll lay down the hills and tracks and everything else I need done, and I can just come back and just fix it up and edit it and do all the work I need to do on my part. Now with Trainz having these problems that I'm encountering, I might have to compromise making the Georgia hills and terrain, because I have a deadline. I want this route to be done by maybe July or no later than December of 2018. And being that I have that deadline, I have to do what I can in order to progress and get as much of the route done as I possibly can, and get distributed out to you guys within my deadline period. And see, what I'm showing you here, Georgia's a very hilly place, and it might have to be leveled flat. Georgia is a very hilly place. That's what it's supposed to look like. The gradient is supposed to be tremendously crazy and steep. So if you guys know how to use Trainz, if anybody knows how to use Trainz, and you can give me a hand and assist me on how to do it, please leave a comment, contact me via email or anything. I could really use a helping hand, because I want to make this route as accurate as I possibly can, like I plan to in the beginning. But if I can't do that, then I'll just have to make the route pretty level, and I'll just add a few gradient changes here and there manually. It won't be correct, but it'll be something for the freight lovers to enjoy the challenge. this area here that I'm working on currently, as you've been seeing for about a few minutes now, this is the area in between the Chattahoochee River and the Inman Yard. There's been a few videos here on YouTube, rail fan videos by Gene and Tommy and Dexter Green, as far as I know. And this is one of the examples of the Georgia terrain. These tracks here on this curve are very elevated, and they're different. They're differently elevated, and that's one of the things I'm not gonna love once I get here and I get the building over here, laying the track down and everything. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna make me upset, because the plan was to use Trainz for this. It's going to be flat, and I want this to be the most accurate creation I can possibly do with my bare hands. The route is 92 miles long, and I want these 92 miles to be as real as it can get. I just don't want to slap a route together and say, hey, this is Atlanta, Georgia to Anniston, and it doesn't even feel or look like it. So I need to either figure out a solution for Trainz, or I can just proceed without it. Now, the second problem I'm also having would be the buildings along this line. Georgia, again, has some unique buildings, and long story short, the download station and the websites does not have the content that I need to build, which is another aggravating aspect while building this line, because again, it's another thing that takes away from the realism and accuracy of the route. It's very aggravating, because it's almost like, what is the point of me building this route if it's not going to be accurate? And what you see here, that my buildings are not here, and this is Norfolk Southern Inman Yard. I haven't started on CSX's Tilford Yard yet. This is their yard over here to your left. The tracks over there to your right are Inman Yard. Now, the buildings you see are inside of buildings that are not modeled and not made or anything like that. And it's very aggravating, because when I get to this part, it's going to kill me. I might have to compromise and place some other buildings in, but I'm gonna get comments saying, hey, this is not how it looks. And I hate having to compromise and do that. Like I did over here, I had to compromise and put, a few differently shaped buildings than what it originally is on real life. But, in order to progress, I had to, compromise and move on. Like I said, I need all the help I can get. And another thing, there are 2 intermodal yards that I must build. So if anybody from Georgia Rail are familiar with how to set up an intermodal yard, or anybody in general, please help me out with that. Other than that, you guys have seen how far I've gotten within the route, and you see my progress that I have been making recently. Besides these 2 problems, major problems that I'm having, the other progress on the route is coming along pretty nicely. But if I can just figure out how to solve those other 2, then the progress of the route, it'll be much faster, much easier to do, and we can just get on out here to Alabama, wrap up the details, and get the route released as soon as possible, and everything will be fine and dandy then. Thank you for listening, if you're still watching this. This is the update from my Norfolk Southern, Atlanta, Georgia to Anniston, Alabama line. I appreciate you for watching. I appreciate your support as I build this. Like I said, if you can lend a helping hand, I need all the help I can get. I need to figure out some solutions, and fast. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of the video.